Welcome to Orc Nation. Once more, I find myself here, Orc, your unwavering chronicler and storyteller, greeting you today from the enchanting and balmy lands of East Remedies. I'm poised to lead you through this extraordinary voyage, brimming with promises of adventure. With profound thanks, I extend my sincere gratitude to every soul among you for embarking on this journey with open hearts and inquisitive spirits. Together, we shall unravel the ageless narrative that encapsulates the Orc Nation, where narratives of victory, perseverance, and solidarity eagerly await our unearthing. Chapter 4: Stalemate. In unity there is strength. For centuries, the Orc nations fought against each other in a never-ending war that seemed to have no end in sight. The death toll rose with each passing day, as generation after generation was lost to the bloodshed. The Orc nations were evenly matched, with no clear winner emerging. The leaders of each nation, Shograth, Hassan, Hunzog, and Pertzog, knew each other well after centuries of fighting. They had become familiar with each other's strengths and weaknesses, and every battle seemed to end in a stalemate. The Orc armies began to lose morale, seeing the war as a never-ending, unpleasant task rather than a chance to gain glory. The cultures and ways of life that the Orcs had mocked and belittled now seemed petty and foolish. The East Remedies had thought themselves superior to the Goblin Burrows. Still, the agility and unpredictability of the Orcs from the Goblin Burrows had repeatedly brought the Magician's army to the brink of defeat. The Blade Masters of the Blade Nation had looked down on the Orcs of the Warrior Nation to the north. Yet their refined sword work was no match and was halted by the strength and intelligence of the brutes of the north. As the greatest war in Murorek's history raged on, there seemed no hope for peace. The Orc nations were deeply entrenched in their long-standing rivalries, and it seemed they would never be able to put aside the differences. As the years passed and the death toll continued to rise, it became clear that something had to be done. The Orcs were on the brink of destruction, their lands ravaged by war, and their resources depleted. Amid this never-ending conflict, a dark force was stirring in the shadows. The Demon Horde, led by the mighty Demon Lord Morphist, had watched the Orc nations keenly. Seeing the Orcs weakened and divided by their internal fighting, the Demon Horde saw an opportunity to strike. Morphist and his minions had long coveted the powerful Eternal Heart the Orc Empire left behind. Believing that it held great magical powers that would be harnessed to his benefit, extend his life, and empower his kingdom forgotten to time. And so, the Demon Horde prepared to launch a surprise attack on Murorek, taking advantage of the weakened state of the Orc Nation's tribes. With the Orc nations divided and weakened by their internal strife, there seemed to be no hope for them ever to fend off the invaders and reclaim their former glory. But even in the darkest of times, there is always a glimmer of hope. Perhaps one day, the Orc nations will find a way to unite again and drive back the Demon Horde, reclaiming their rightful place as the rulers of Murorek under one banner. That was Chapter 4. We will save Chapter 5 for next time. I am Orc. I will see you again soon.